welcome to our channel, Just One More Place. I'm Sakshi.
I'm Chanchur.
So this is our next video in our Iceland travel journey. We have covered the Golden Circle till now. If you haven't check out our last video on the screen. And today we are going to the West Iceland. And unfortunately, the volcano tracks are still closed because of the smoke the volcano is emitting, and also because it's still erupting and it's dangerous. So the local authorities have still decided to keep the paths closed. Fingers crossed that we can see the volcano maybe in the later days of our Iceland journey. But right now we are continuing with our travel and the road trip to western part of the Iceland. Now the southern part is done. We are going to go to the west and then planning to cover the entire of it. So stay tuned and let's explore. Now this is our first stop for the western part of the Iceland, and here we are at this mountain. The name of this is mentioned on the screen, as all the Icelandic names are so difficult to pronounce. Here this is famous for its cone-like structure, and there is a beautiful waterfall. The weather today is in our favor. Fortunately, it's sunny and but still windy, but it's going good. So here we clicked some photographs and roamed around. Now we are on to our next destination. Now we are at the second stop of the Western Iceland, and here is this beautiful location. The name is mentioned on the screen. It looks like a door and there are so many seagulls. I think we also spotted puffins, the Icelandic birds which migrate here. We are not sure, but this looks so good, and they have a lot of nests over here. The drive also was pretty good from the last location to this location, with a beautiful sea and the sky merging into one. So worth stopping here for a quick picnic sort of thing. Here we are starting our next day and having breakfast, which we purchased from the grocery store. So that's a tip for for budgeting trip for Iceland. It's a very expensive country, so you can find ways to save money. For example, you could cook your own meals like we are doing for all the meals. And after the breakfast, we are planning to cover the Godafoss and also Dettifoss, that is in the northern part, and we are going to drive all the way from west north towards the east of the north side, and let's explore with us. We are at Godafoss after a long road trip to the north part of the Iceland, and this is the first waterfall we have visited so far. This is Godafoss, and it's very pretty. The watercolor is light blue, which is less likely to be seen in usual cases, and the water is so pure, and the stream, there's so much water coming out of the fall because of the intensity of the water. So it's great to be here. There is some benches around here, so you can sit around and have a picnic and enjoy the fall. at the second spot, which is the Heverer or Fumarole's mud pots, and here it's a natural phenomena again, which is very unusual. Here all of this steam is coming naturally from under the ground, and the reason behind it is because the water seeps into the magma interventions underground, and then it mixes with the sulfur which is there on the ground and produces sulfuric acid. This, when gets mixed with the rocks, forms muds, and it makes boiling mud pots. It is very astonishing to see how nature can really perform. And as we know, Iceland is a land of fire and ice. Here we are seeing the fire part of it. All of this is boiling at temperature of 100 to 200 degrees Celsius. It's very tingy smell and not very pleasant to smell at this point, but it's a natural phenomena, and it is something which is unusual, which we cannot find somewhere else really. We are at Dettifoss, which is the largest waterfall of Europe. It is considered second largest in the summer months because of coming after the Rhine fall in Switzerland, but it is marvelous to see here, because if you see, like, the water is coming up as a form of steam, like after reflecting, it's just majestic because of the water flow which is coming out, and you can hear the water noise as it flows down with so much power. So it's great to be here. There are two ways to come here, east side and the west side. We took the east side because it is closer to the waterfall. The west side is over there on the opposite end, where you get a little bit like longer route, longer side for the waterfall, but both of them are good. The west side has a lot more parking and has well-maintained roads. The east side is crazy with gravel roads, and your car would not be very happy with you if you take the east side, but it's worth the view here. And if there's sun, then people say that they see rainbow here. It's pretty cloudy today, but the waterfall is amazing.
Here we are at the northernmost point of the Iceland, and in background we have the Norwegian Sea, which is quite an amazing view. With this, we conclude our trip to western and the northern Iceland and the highlands of it. Please follow our channel and do like, share and subscribe. If you have any questions, pop a comment in the comment section below, and follow us for our further trip to Iceland.